Hello, Warhammer fans of Japan. My name's Connor. I'm a former member of Team Canada and a current member of the Ontario-based Warhammer team called Enter the Battlefield. Whether you're looking to play competitively or just looking to play the game casually at your local store, I would recommend you just pick an army that you think looks good to you aesthetically, an army you like the looks of. Whether you know the rules or not, just pick it based off how the army appeals to you. Like, don't pick it based off how good it is in the current meta. Just choose an army that looks cool, whether it's the Blades of Corn, because they're just an army that likes to beat people down and charge forward, or whether it's Slaanesh, who are just armored mortals and demons. Just pick whatever looks coolest to you. That also comes down to whatever you think looks cooler. Some people like the futuristic science fiction type style of Warhammer 40k, and some people like the high fantasy mix that Age of Sigmar brings. Obviously, Warhammer 40k is a much more popular game. That's also how I started in this game, was through Warhammer 40k. And I just started liking the rules and the community that I have here in Ontario and Canada for Age of Sigmar more than I like 40k. Gundam Evangelion, there are lots of big robots in Warhammer 40k, lots of laser guns and things like that. You would probably be more suited to 40k, but if you like things like sorcery, Jujutsu Kaisen, or Hunter x Hunter, things like that with magic and swords like Sword Art Online, or just anything like that, you'd probably like Age of Sigmar more. Definitely. I know recently in Japan, Tokyo, Hiroshima, Games Workshop has actually opened up stores, the Warhammer stores. If you go in there, a lot of the times the employees will have miniatures already there from starter sets, and they'll play a test game with you to teach you some of the rules and just like show you how the game works. So you can go into any of those Warhammer stores and they'll be more than happy to help you. That comes with time. You won't know that at the beginning. That'll come long after you get your first army. It's just too much of an information overload to try to read all these army rules and figure out a playstyle that likes you. The easiest way to go about it before you pick an army, if you really have to, like really want to, is just think, do you want to be aggressive, as in an army that pushes up the battlefield and just attacks their opponent, or if you want to be defensive? You can just split it between those two and choose from that. Right now, Games Workshop's done a really good job balancing the game. Most of the armies, they don't play similar, but they have a similar skill level. I would say some armies that have a higher skill level currently would be armies like Disciples of Tzeentch, just because their battle trait can be a little more difficult to navigate for newer players. Sylvaneth can also be difficult just because it's a lot of bookkeeping with their creeping overgrowth rule. But other than that, I think for the most part, you can choose any army that you want to start with. The cheapest, I think, right now, because of the new army box that Games Workshop just released, I think it's Ogre Maw Tribes is the cheapest. And maybe Sons of Behemoth as well. Probably ogres though. I think ogres are the cheapest. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, Games Workshop's done a good job right now of balancing all these new battle tomes coming out. And I think when you become more experienced at the game, once you get more practice in and like put the effort in, and you can make any army competitive. I think it just comes down to the player's skill level. In picking an army?
Yeah.
Shouldn't affect your decision at all. Do not look up meta stats, nothing like that. Look up just photos of the army. People, like, I know the Warhammer community page has like people who upload photos of their army. You can obviously just search it up on the internet. Just look at whatever you think looks the coolest and pick that army. You're going to have fun painting it, building it, and playing it regardless of whether it's good in the meta or not. And the meta always changes. So an army that's good right now might not be good in 6 months. Well, Games Workshop does quarterly updates to battle profiles and battle tomes. but that doesn't necessarily always change the strength of an army. But I would say every 6 months, you'll probably look at a shift in the meta. Blades of Corn, Ogre Maw tribes. I would say those two are the best examples of hyper-aggressive armies. He Knights of Slaanesh, specific types of Sylvaneth builds. Cities of Sigmar, definitely. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Strategy and Control is definitely the type of armies that I play. Currently, He Knights of Slaanesh, Sylvaneth, and I think those two. KO is, Caradron Overlords, the Sky Dwarfs. They're like the steampunk kind of guys. They're in a weird spot, very shooty army, but they definitely require a lot of strategy given how fragile they can be. But I think if you're looking for more of a control defensive army like me, it's He Knights of Slaanesh with the new Temptation rules, and Sylvaneth for sure. It's Sons of Bahamut. If you only want to paint 4 models, the giants are literally 4 models in an army usually. If you don't want to paint those big, massive models, then Ogre Maw tribes, because I think the last time I fielded an army of them, I had like 40 models to paint for it. So, what advice I would say? I would say buy models per box. You see how I have 3 boxes here of unopened? These are prizes that I won, so it's a little different, but don't buy 3 boxes and then buy more. If you buy 3 boxes, build and paint this box, move on to the next one and the next one, and then buy more. Make sure you buy, build, and paint before moving on to the next box. You want to have a fully, it's not mandatory, but I can tell you it makes the game way better if you have a fully painted and based army.
And I think it's done.
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.
Bye.